Hey, I'm Andy. Today I'll be reacting to another TF2 spy psychology video, and this one is about dealing with Pyros, and I don't remember. I mean, I assume he's gonna mention use the spicicle when dealing with Pyros, but I mean that's such a niche thing, even though it's a weapon, right? It's such a niche thing that I feel like unless the enemy team is like full of pyros, then you're better off using a different knife personally. But I mean, if you want to use it, then use it. So yeah, dealing with pyros, I don't know. I mainly I just like because if I'm personally caught, then I'm more or less done, right? With the exception of if there is a friendly pyro nearby, so they can put out the flames. Other than that, I feel like, I mean, I'm not gonna give up, but if I'm on fire and about to die, I'm taking the pyro down with me, or try to take the pyro down, because lo and behold, spy has a gun. I feel like that's gonna be a recurring theme in this series. So yeah, let's just see the actual how to deal with the pyro.
Against all the mercenaries two brothers can hire.
Okay.
All the weapons Manco can produce.
This is the right video, right?
They will send unto you. Only them. Shoot and stab.
Okay.
Until it is done.
So I know I'm gonna pause, but I don't know if I'm just remembering wrong, but I do, like, I have the vaguest recollection in Team Fortress Classic where you can't actually damage like the canister that the pyro holds. I don't know if that's a thing, or if I just played like a modded server, because I did play a fair share of modded servers back then. So that could have been that. It's just, I feel like I could damage canisters, but it's neither here or there. Magma. Thank you. Okay. Ooh. See, this is where you want to use the ambassador, right? If the pyro's standing still like that, use the ambassador. I wouldn't try and go for the backstab. I was just trying to be like Doom. Also, yeah, but on a tangent, I'm currently playing Doom: The Dark Ages on my own time. I tried recording it. I do have a few videos up on my gaming channel, but just for some reason it just won't record, or it will record with very, very high number of frame drops, and I figured I might as just well play it, because it plays fine on my own time. When I try to record it, it just won't record. So yeah, I mean, my opinion of the game so far, I'm near the end. I'm glad I played it on Game Pass. I'll just leave it at that. Is that the ambassador? It is not. Doom. It is Doom. I like it. I like it already. I mean, I like all his videos that I've seen so far.
Pyros are great at detecting spies,
Yeah.
with very little effort.
Just a
Their
puff of
flamethrower
flame.
covers a large area near them, and it only takes one of those particles to set you on fire.
Yeah.
Once
Yep.
you've been set on fire, not only will your health drain, but the effect is visible to other players.
Yeah, because like, even if you do get a reduced time of the burn when you cloak, I believe, you still get burned, and there's still flame, so they will notice you.
Instantly revealing your disguise and making you visible while cloaked.
Yeah.
Of course, once the pyro knows your location, They can track you down and kill you incredibly fast with the sustained and easy to aim damage of the flamethrower.
Especially if they have like a back burner.
Since most of your kills are the result of backstabs, you find yourself getting very close to the enemy.
Yeah.
And that's where the effective range of the Pyro lies. Not to mention, he possesses unlockable weapons that can set you on fire from a distance.
The flare gun.
Or help close said distance. So when it comes to dealing with Pyro...
What is this? I don't think I've seen this one. I assume he's gonna talk about it, but I don't think I've seen this one. At least the way it is shown right here.
One of your biggest priorities will be... In order to survive against a Pyro, we need to learn how to avoid them, and how to get away in the case you do get discovered. Since the flamethrower is almost always the way you'll get discovered by a...
It's like, doesn't picking up health remove the fire as well? I remember it does. Like I said, I haven't played in years, so...
Pyro, it's especially important to avoid it.
Really?
A good way of avoiding it is to learn about the danger zone. The danger zone is in an imaginary circle around the Pyro that roughly gauges the range of his flamethrower.
Kind of glad he didn't play the song.
If you are in the danger zone, you're one quick spy check away from being discovered.
Yeah.
But if you're outside the danger zone, you literally cannot be set on fire.
I meant by the flamethrower.
Getting used to the size of the danger zone comes down to experience. But it's worth noting that the danger zone lags behind the Pyro's own movement. Because the flame particles aren't affected by the Pyro's speed, it actually has slightly less range in the direction they're moving. And the reverse is also true. Also, the flamethrower, like most weapons in TF2, has a distinct noise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's the way I think, like, I've seen, like, I do remember seeing Pyros run backwards and, like, just shooting with the flamethrower. So I guess it gives them a little bit more range.
So put on some surround headphones and keep your ears open, as you can often hear a spy check coming before you even see it.
Yeah.
In fact, Pyros that spy check too much can often be inadvertently easier to avoid due to you always being able to hear them.
To an extent, right?
Pyros is...
Hey, I'm a pyromane watching this video so I can kill spies better.
predicting them.
Right.
As mentioned before, being able to hear a pyro before you see them is a good way of avoiding them. But it also helps you gauge how spy check happy the pyro is. Try to find paths that the pyro isn't covering, and simply stay out of the danger zone. Pyros tend to have habits of places they spy check, and the order that they do so. Understanding those patterns can allow you to slip past.
I mean, but like, given this example right here, right? I personally would spy check, like, the nooks and crannies if I were to do spy checks. Because, like, why would they just be out in the open like this, right? If there was a hidden spy, they would be hiding. So, me personally, I would go for the nooks and crannies rather than just
stay out of the danger zone. Pyros tend to
doing
have
whatever
this
this pyro is doing,
and the order that they do so. Understanding those patterns can allow you to slip past. But of course, most pyros aren't that dedicated to killing spies.
That's true.
As they have other purposes as well.
Like assisting the team in attacking the rest of the enemy team.
Like ambushing, deflecting projectiles, protecting teammates, getting crit boosted and going on rampages, air blasting people off cliffs. You know,
that's fun.
Pyro stuff.
That's always fun.
It doesn't mean they won't spy check, they'll just do it opportunistically. Usually when they're not doing anything else. The danger zone rule applies to these pyros as well, but you can still more easily get away with being in the danger zone as long as you're aware of what the pyro is currently trying to do. It's essentially the same deal of avoiding the crossfire of other classes. Only difference is that they may accidentally set you on fire. Oh yeah, about that. So in the case you are set on fire, immediately assume you've been discovered and start running.
Yep.
The main way to get away from pyros is what I call the 3-step plan. 1.
Use all 3 steps to run away.
Run away. 2. Get rid of afterburn. And 3. Lose them. When running, face away from the pyro.
But I mean, like, maybe he's gonna explain it, but because I pause. So, what about the back burner, right? Unless if I'm missing something crucial about the back burner. Like I feel like that's, you don't want to face away from them.
You are slightly faster than the Pyro, but running backwards slows you down just enough to make the Pyro
okay.
faster than you.
Never mind.
And besides, like I
Never
said
mind.
before, the flamethrower is loud, so you'll have a good idea of where the Pyro resides relative to you anyway. Once you are out of flamethrower range, the two best ways to get rid of Afterburn quickly is by picking up a health pack
Okay, so I do
or
remove it.
cloaking. Picking up a health pack gets rid of Afterburn instantly,
Yeah.
and if you watch the Spy
That's what I thought.
Psychology on Cloak, you'd know that being cloaked makes Afterburn wear off twice as fast.
Yep.
As a side note, you can get rid of Afterburn by jumping into water, but it does
Oh, this is-
temporarily make you wet.
This
And the
quality
subtle
is
dripping effect from it
crunchy.
may reveal your position while cloaked, though not all players notice this.
Right. So yeah, I was reading the comments and saying that they do have the subtle drip, but like for some reason I didn't notice it in that video when he came out of the water. There was like no drip on it.
Dripping effect from it may reveal your position while cloaked,
Could have been
though
a
not
graphical
all
bug. I
players
don't know.
notice this. Once the Afterburn is gone, you can lose the Pyro by either moving so incredibly erratically that they lose track of you, or continuing to make more distance. Since you're no longer on fire, they can't see where you went while cloaked. If you go with the first method, it's advised to instantly change the direction you're moving after you get rid of the Afterburn to throw them off. Breaking line of sight with the Pyro as quickly as possible helps ensure they won't set you on fire again.
Yeah,
If they do manage
yeah,
to set
to
you
an
on fire
extent.
again, restart from step 1. Once the Pyro loses track of you, make as much distance as you can, as it will buy you time until they've realized you've got away.
Yeah, because like there has to be a point for the Pyro where they just have to cut their losses and just continue on doing their actual purpose. So
If you go with the method of simply making distance, continue using your superior speed to get away, and be prepared to dodge potential flares. It's often a good idea to run straight into your own team, especially a friendly engineer nest, as it's known that Pyros have some difficulties with sentries.
kind
If your
of.
team is really close by, you can even skip the first 2 steps when being discovered and go right to step 3. Well, most of the time when trying to kill a spy, Pyros won't use Ear Blast because it kind of, helps them get away. Just be very wary of cliffs.
Oh yeah, I mean, air blasting off cliffs is so satisfying. Like I even like when Overwatch came out, and then I found out Lucio can do that. Oh, I played him, especially on maps that have the cliffs by the control points. So whenever they just run to attack or defend the point, I just boop them off. I think I even have a few compilations that I made back in the day where it was just all Lucio boops.
The Pyro often chooses violence, but
That's
at
true,
times, so will you.
Because you have a gun. Like I said, I would use the ambassador.
Spy has a gun.
A gun is a very good option against Pyros when you are
How did I
outside
know
of the
that?
danger zone, and shooting the Pyro takes advantage of their biggest weakness. Range.
But I mean, the only downside is that by doing so, you'd be running backwards, therefore giving the Pyro the speed advantage for that short moment, right? So you better really make the shot count.
Yes, while they can't hit you with the flamethrower, they can hit you with flares or shotguns at long range. But flares are projectiles that can be dodged, and while the shotgun is hit scan,
The spray
it consists
is
of a spread of
bad.
multiple pellets that suffer from damage fall-off,
Yeah.
while the revolver is a single shot that suffers much less from said fall-off. The point being, the further you are from the Pyro,
What is that
the
skin,
bigger
though?
of an advantage you have against them,
It's like
as your
purple.
ranged options are superior to theirs. Speaking of another thing you can do about the flames, that one knife. You know the one.
I mentioned that at the beginning.
While it was mentioned in the knives video about how it helps you getting away from Pyros, the 1 second of full fire immunity can also help you in combat, as the Pyro
Oh?
literally cannot damage you for 1 second as you pump him full of close range lead. Of course, you do need to actually hit your shots.
Yeah,
in this
that's what
situation,
I'm saying.
or else
Make the
you're
shot count.
drawing your knife and being melted.
Yeah. Unregistered
However,
hypercam.
the Spicicle isn't the only knife that has value in combat, as you can trick stab. When you're in the danger zone and the Pyro has too much health to gun down, landing a trick stab can save your life.
Ooh.
Pyros like to run into
Okay.
you, but that also means they can run into trick stabs.
Yeah.
Though this video also isn't a trick stab tutorial, if you've got no other option, it works as a last resort. Even if you just throw yourself at the Pyro and hope you land a stab in the confusion. But note that trick stabs are inconsistent,
Yep,
as you may
yep,
mess
yep.
up the execution of one, and if the Pyro sees it coming, they can just simply not walk into the stab.
I just imagine the spy just in their own head, just, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this trick stab. Just you wait, and the Pyro's just watching. You're like, yeah, you go do that.
Pyros that think they got the jump on you can often be surprised by a quick reaction on your part, or by mixing the usage of your gun with your knife.
But I feel like that's
If the
just
Pyro's
more with
health falls below
experience.
41, and you're struggling to hit the final shot, you can run at them and finish them off with a butter knife.
Oh,
So when fighting a Pyro, make full use of your arsenal. But it's about time we talk about theirs.
oh. I mean, oh, that's what I said. The back burner.
The back burner simply deals critical hits if hit from behind.
Yeah.
So the strategy of turning and running away from before is ill-advised in the danger zone of a back burner Pyro.
That's what I.
Though
That's
it
what
can
I
be
said
safely
earlier,
used
right?
once you make some distance.
Oh yeah.
The back burner does have a slightly different sound to the stock flamethrower, but if you're caught off guard and die to the back burner, take note of the Pyro using it for next time.
The degreaser.
The main draw of this flamethrower is its faster switch speed, so Pyros who use it are more likely to use their other weapons in combat. So if you know
And I guess in turn be more experienced, in a sense. Because I feel like when I was starting, when I was starting out playing Pyro, I would just mainly use the flamethrower and the melee. I don't think I used like the secondary at all. This was before the flare gun came out, so I don't think I had a reason to, but like I said, I was just starting out, so I was not that good of a Pyro player.
a Pyro is using this flamethrower, you should expect this.
The flog.
The flog cannot air blast. And because flog Pyros are generally trying to build their oomph meter by doing as much flame damage as possible, they will very often run at you,
Yeah.
typically making it much easier to bait them. However, if the flog Pyro has crits, the danger zone becomes the
Death zone.
If you find yourself in the death
Yeah.
zone, just accept your fate.
Dragon's Fury.
The Dragon's Fury.
I don't think I've heard of this one. Maybe. I feel like this came out closer to the time, or probably after the time I stopped playing. Maybe, because I don't remember this one at all.
Has the potential to be an absolute beast
Oh.
in combat.
Oh.
In terms of spy checking, So with the Dragon's Fury, the danger zone no longer exists.
Oh.
Well, yes, the Dragon's Fury boasts superior range. It uses single-shot projectiles and not a
Huh.
spray of smaller ones, meaning the Pyro
Interesting.
can't just roughly guess your location. They have to correctly guess your exact
Yeah.
position to find you. And even if
Interesting.
they do hit you, the afterburn only lasts 2.5 seconds.
So like, why would you? Like, since there's, I mean, maybe that's why I haven't seen the Dragon's Fury being played, but like, you have the flare gun as your secondary, so why? Like, obviously, he just doesn't mention like the stats about the different types of guns, but the different types of weapons, I should say. But yeah, why would I use this if I have the flare gun?
Which lasts
I'm
half
curious.
that if you're cloaked. So yeah, it's the worst flamethrower for spy checking, and most pyros using it will usually only go after you if they know where you are.
Flare guns. Oh yeah, there's multiple
Flare
types.
guns are the only way a pyro can set you on fire outside of the danger zone.
Totally
But they
forgot there was
actually have to
multiple
hit you with
types.
it, meaning it's not nearly as effective for spy checking. If they're using the base flare gun, avoid getting hit by it while on fire at all costs, since it crits burning targets. If you get hit by the first shot, get rid of that afterburn ASAP.
Yeah.
If they're using the scorch shot, be slightly wary of the small explosion that can set you on fire. If they're using the detonator, all they can really do is set you on fire. And the man melter, you almost never really come up against it, so yeah.
Sad. Thermal thruster.
The thermal thruster can be great for closing distances.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this or used it, so.
However, it takes a long time to switch to it, launch, then switch back to the flamethrower.
That looks fun.
I mean, look at this.
Very, very slow, but it looks fun. I feel like I want to say I feel like there's some obstacle maps that might incorporate this, but like I said, I haven't played. I didn't even know this was a thing. So maps of this for this wasn't out yet. So it was, I guess at my time it was just more demo and rocket jump stuff.
This gives you plenty of time to change directions and lose the pyros while they prepare to chase with the jetpack. It's also not very effective indoors.
Imagine like if like I said, I don't know the stats, like the negatives and the positives for it, but imagine if you use it like indoors or with a low clearance and you just hit your head. I feel like that should do damage. I don't know if it does or not, but the gas passer, I also never heard of this.
Okay, I'm with the pyros on this one. This weapon just sucks outside of man versus machine, where that happens. But as a spy, just avoid the gas cloud and you'll be fine.
Maybe that's why I haven't seen it. Because no one uses it, I guess. I never heard of this. Like, I played Man vs. Machine, but I played it basically when it first came out. But yeah. Extinguisher.
This melee is typically used for close range combos. Pyros like to pair this with the before mentioned degreaser due to the faster switch speed. So a pyro using that flamethrower and engaging you at close range has a pretty good chance of having it equipped.
The home wrecker.
Saving that for a different video.
Oh? I mean, I think there's like 13 videos in this playlist, so interesting. The Neon Annihilator.
Okay, so you know that thing where you can jump in water and get rid of afterburn? Well,
100% critical hit versus wet players.
fortunately, pyros only tend to use it in maps that have a good chunk of water.
Because wet is over encompassing, right? It's not just water. It's because like you get wet when you get milk thrown at you, the Girardi, right? So maybe, so I didn't even realize that's like a beneficial for me using the Sydney Sleeper, because it technically makes them wet for pyros to use the Neon Annihilator.
And aren't very good at hiding the fact that they have it.
It is a flashy,
And
like
that-
showy weapon.
That's your guide to dealing with pyros as spy. These tips are by no means foolproof, and you will still
for
die
sure.
to pyros, but it's a matchup that isn't entirely out of your control. Whether
Yeah,
you're
'cause, like-
simply avoiding them, or experiencing the catharsis of fighting back. But now, it's about time we play that song a lot of you have been waiting for.
The Doom song. See, I was always gonna say, like, it, as with playing against any enemy type, right? It's all based off experience of facing the character itself and facing the person. Oh wow. It has the pizza game, right? Oh, I totally forgot the name off the top of my head. Because I stopped playing because it just made me mad. But yeah, like, one, you're trying to learn how to, like when you're first playing, right? You're trying to learn how to go against what?
It just... Delete.
Right. Spy's gun. I think that's the next one. Okay, but let's go back. Daily Pyros. I am not. Am I experiencing interruptions?
Because the flame pyro
No, just leave it there. But yes, as I was saying, you're as starting out. I would think you're trying to figure out how to go up against the class, right? Because obviously, if you're new, then you don't really know how to go against that class in general. But then you have to add on the fact that even though you might know how to go up against a class after you get some experience, right? You still have to. It still varies person to person to person because everyone's skill level with any class will be different. So unless if you're playing in like a community server where you have regulars, right? But that besides that, it's like this video is helpful. It is helpful. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I use it as, how should I put this? Use it as like a reference, not a be all end all. I mean, I guess that's what he said at the end too. So yeah, interesting video dealing with Pyros. I don't think he's made a dealing with other classes, but I mean, I feel like he doesn't really need to. Like Pyros is just the main one because of how easy they can spy check, right? So, and all the different types of weapons that may or may not hinder the spy. So, like interesting video. So, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.